No. Oh, we shouldn't be recording yet. Oh, there we go. Now we are recording. Anyway, so we'll get started processing all of those right away. But the most important thing tonight is we want to get to know you and then start this training. We are going to have it tonight, tomorrow night, and the next night. Now, we know that's a lot, and we understand if you can't make it, it you will get a video afterwards, and you'll have to watch it and send us three takeaways. But if you can attend, we prefer that. So, all right, what I'd like to do is go around the room and have each one of you introduce yourselves. We'd like to know your name, the name of your business, and what you are purchasing with your grant funds. So I'm going to go by the list that I already have. And Maribel, you are at the top of the list. So I'll let you go first. You unmute yourself and tell us about you and your business.
Hi, everyone. My name is Maribel Ramirez. I am here in Alpine, Texas, and I tend to purchase more merchandise, and it is a small location that I'm in. So I'm gonna try to uh, buy different things that will maybe expand, go up in my location. And so shelves and things like that to expand the location.
Great. And the name of your business?
It is Chica's shop.
Okay. So where in Alpine is it then?
It's downtown around the
Perfect.
corner from I don't Holland Hotel. I'm on 6th Street. It's just around the corner.
Okay, great. Because there are a lot of people, I don't know if you know all the others from Alpine. So we want to make sure they know where you are.
Okay.
We we appreciate that. Thank you. Barbara and Kay.
Well, hello, everyone. We're Barbara Brannon and Kay Ellington, uh, coming to you from Spur, Texas. Uh, Raise your hand if you already know where Spur is. Oh, I don't see many hands go up. Well, if you listen to the first line of the first part of the movie Urban Cowboy, where Bud introduces himself to Sissy, he says, "Hi, I'm Bud. I'm from Spur." The writer of that movie grew up here in our small town, where today we publish the more than 100-year-old Texas Spur newspaper and four other weekly newspapers that serve 10 contiguous counties and 14 rural school districts of the area between Lubbock, Abilene, and Wichita Falls. And what and you talk
And our plan is to use the grant funds to buy a high-end copier so that we can be not dependent on a daily newspaper in Oklahoma, which is the closest daily newspaper that's still printing, commercial printing, small newspapers. And so we are going to try to bring our printing in-house.
That's so exciting. Thank you. And they were excited this weekend when you were where?
We were at the Texas Press Association, and
In Dallas.
we were sitting there listening to some sort of, you know, uh, freedom of information legislation, and the email came in, and I'm like, "We got it! We got the grant! We got the grant!"
So, thank you all at TWU for helping us keep rural journalism alive and in print.
Great. We're glad that we're excited for your team there. All right. Next we have up, and she just came in. So, and I hope I pronounced it right. Gloricel. What we are doing is introducing ourselves, let everyone know where you are and what you're using the grant funds for. I think I see you in here 2 times.
Yes, my camera stopped working on my laptop, so I connected on my phone, and then I'll disconnect here in a bit.
Okay.
My name's Laura Cel Muniz, and I am from Presidio, Texas. I am with MR LLC, which is equipment rental, and we are fairly new. So I'm planning to use the grant funds for a mobile trailer to rent equipment, so that and some inventory, but mainly the trailer will cover most of the funds, and then we'll probably match it.
Okay, great. Love that. All right. Next, I have Kimmy. And if you want to, if that's your partner, or just a friend, introduce her as well.
Hi, I am Kimmy, and this is Danya,
Danya.
my
Hello.
business partner and best friend. And we own Moon Over Water Gallery and Artisan Market in Rockport, Texas. And
We're gonna use the grant funds for a silversmithing school. So we're gonna buy benches and tools. I'm a silversmith by trade, and it's been a dream to kind of do this in a way to empower other women. I found it just 10 years ago, and so that's our plan. We're gonna buy tools and benches and teach.
That's so exciting. You
Yeah.
have to send us a picture of your first class.
okay, we will.
If we were closer, we might attend, but
Well,
all
we can
right.
put you up, Tracy. Don't worry about that.
There you
Oh,
go.
and we're in Rockport.
Yeah,
Down on the coast.
yeah,
Mhm.
I love that. So thank you and welcome to you too. Next, and I hope I'm pronouncing it right, Floricida.
Yes. Hi, everybody. I'm so excited to be here. We have Marfa Rentals in Marfa, Texas, and it's rentals as RENTOOLS. We have equipment. We rent construction equipment and construction tools. And I'm going to use this money to buy another Skytrack. It's like a scissor lift, and we've had such a high demand of equipment. Like there's nowhere around this area to buy. If anybody, there's a lot of construction in Marfa, and if anybody needs equipment, they have to go to the next town over, and sometimes you have to go all the way to El Paso and Odessa area. So we started our business back in September of 21, and we're just wanting to expand. So we're excited.
Great. We're excited for you too. All right, Marisol.
Hi, everybody. My name is Marisol Skelton, and this is my husband, Ryan Skelton. We own Skelton's Runway. It's a drive-through convenience store on half of the property. On the other side, we have an event area that you can kind of sit at, and we've got food truck trailers and just like a venue for a community to get together. And what are we using the grant for?
We're gonna use the money to help enhance the inside area. We're very, I guess, susceptible to the weather. And so we're gonna use the money to help with some of the heating and air conditioning and closing and blocking some of the wind in our event area.
That's great.
We're from Alpine too.
Okay. All right. Angie can't be with us tonight. Is it Tisha?
Yes, Tisha
Okay.
Vandekop.
Okay, perfect.
Hi, everybody. My name is Tisha. I am the COO and co-founder of Well Water Finders, and we are located in Meridian, Texas, in Bosque County. We use a patented system that my husband and father-in-law built to locate groundwater for water wells before you attempt a drill. And all of you in rural Texas know how costly it can be to attempt a water well drill when you don't have city water. So we are utilizing the funds, thank you TWU, to create a unit, a box, because we've been operating as a service business for the last 3 years. My husband and I travel all over Texas locating groundwater. And now we are producing our first units to make them available to lease. So you can lease them yourself and determine the groundwater location before you attempt a drill. So thank you guys so much. It's going to help gather some of the guts inside of those boxes that make it detect water.
Great. We're so excited for you. All right, Ruth.
There you go. Had to unmute myself. Hi, can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm from Alpine, and just a cute little tidbit. If anyone's ever seen the movie Bonanza, Hoss Cartwright was born right here in Alpine, raised in the city, town, I should say. My company name is State Park Supplies, and we've been in business since 2014. We are a purchasing agency for a wide variety of Texas agencies, from Texas Parks and Wildlife to school districts to just a whole bunch. And so we help them out with their purchasing. And we're going to use this grant money because, as everyone knows, computer systems are upgraded by the minute. Our computer systems are pretty old, and with all the new upgrades and securities that we need to have in our systems for all of the procurement that we take care of, it's very important to keep up on that. And so our offices or our four different employees are going to get upgrades on the computer. And thank you so much.
We're excited for you too. That's great. All right, Erica.
Hi, I'm so excited to be here. I'm Erica. So I'm about 45 minutes outside of Austin in Round Mountain, Texas, and we run a digital detox retreat out here. So people come and stay for 2 to 3 days and they lock up their phones and just kind of experience nature. Like, it sounds like we're all from rural communities, so we're used to that, but we get a lot of folks visiting from Austin and just big city hubs. And we're going to use the grant funds to redesign our website to get more direct bookings, to increase our SEO and AI visibility, and just improve our marketing efforts.
Right. Well, again, we're so happy and excited for you. That's such unique and different businesses. So it's fun to see what everybody is doing there. I don't know if any of you have ever heard of our center before the grant. So we were funded in 2015 by the state legislature of Texas just to help promote women entrepreneurs anywhere in the state of Texas. So we do that through free small business advising. Christina up there is our advisor, and we have several others across Texas. We also do small business or network and training events. We have accelerator programs across the state. If you are interested somewhere in your community and have someone have a space, we could talk about bringing one there. There are 15-week programs that we do. We also do the Kaufman Fast Track program. We call it the CWE Fast Track, and that's for early stage or businesses in ideation. So if you know anyone starting out who's looking for some assistance, we can help with that. And Lourdes this year has started our first one in Spanish. So we're very excited about continuing that as we move forward. We also do grant funding, and with all of you, we did the numbers today, and I believe we have now given, oh, you have to help me, Barbara, it's going to be so close, 2,600,000 and 62 or 26. We've given over 2,600,000 to women-owned businesses in Texas. And that's with all of you included. So we're just thrilled for that. And congratulations to all of you and these neat projects that you have. We have a few things planned tonight. We should have a speaker here in a little bit. She's from the Women's Business Council Southwest. I don't know if any of you have certifications for your business. I'm wondering about the water well or any of that. Do you have any certifications?
No, I don't have any certifications, so I'm interested in learning more.
Okay, great. So that should be coming up. While we'll wait, I go a little bit over our requirements, just so everybody knows. So you're going to have to do a 3-year cash flow showing how the $10,000 is going to help your business. You can work with your small business advisor on that. Some of you, if you're already working there in Alpine, she can help you with that. We're also going to have a class on that taught by Christina. And Christina, that one is Thursday, correct?
Yes, it's definitely Thursday.
So she'll be working with you on that. Then you will also have to attend all of these. And if you can't do it in person, we will send you the video after, and you just need to send us some takeaways on that. So those are some of the main things that you have to do. Then when you're finished, you'll need to send us receipts. We ask that once you get the money, you spend it right away. This isn't something we want you to drag out. So when you get it, so get busy spending. Then you'll need to send. We will send you a spreadsheet where you can put all the information on there. You will send us paid receipts for everything that you purchase with the grant funds. Are there any questions that you have for us about what you need to do or how to go about it?
I have a question.
Yes.
So you want us to spend the money and send you receipts by August 1st?
Okay, so maybe that's a bit optimistic. We're getting near our year end. If it's not, there's some flexibility on that.
Okay.
But I mean, if you're getting I don't know how many different items. I'd have to go back and look different things that you guys are getting. But yeah, when you get it, we just want you to get out there and spend it. And if something comes up along the way and you need to pivot, send us an email and let us know that something else may be a better fit right now, or this product is no longer available and I want to purchase something else. You can do that. So any of you, as you're going along, if it's varying from what you were requesting, let us know. And I don't think I've ever turned anyone down. So, but we always like to know so we're not surprised at something later. It's like, where was this? But we do want you to be able to spend it as soon as you get it or as fast as you can. I mean, we know sometimes things take a while or depending where you're getting it, but
we have a little construction that we have to do. So we're not going to have room for supplies until we have the room built. And so it's kind of, but I mean, we'll definitely be rolling. And
right.
If we have to send you like proof of communication with the other businesses and stuff like that, we're happy to do that. We just, construction in a small town, you guys know how that can go sometimes.
And construction anywhere always takes longer than what they say. We know that for a fact.
Thank you, Tracy.
You're welcome. Does anybody have any other questions on any of that? Yes, we will be flexible on the date, but we really want you spending the money.
How do we handle it if we have an ongoing expense, like X amount of dollars for marketing on Google Ads for 6 months?
Okay. You have to buy a whole package. We aren't going to give it to you for 6 months. We will give you, or for each month, we will pay for 6 months worth.
Got it.
Tracy, I have a question. I went into the TWU to enter my information, and for the bank account, my bank was not on there. So I sent an email. How long do I wait before my bank is added to that?
Barbara?
Well, that is the procurement, that the finance side of it is kind of out of our authority. To my knowledge, there is only one person, and we were talking about this yesterday. I heard there was a delay with this, and was kind of afraid that she might be on vacation because it is June, almost July. So I'll try to find out if I can. But it's a big university, and we don't work in the same building, so I don't really know where everybody is at any one time. She's normally very responsive, so I'll reach out to you tomorrow to see if you've heard from her, and if not, I'll try to find out on my end. If someone else is covering her desk, I just don't know.
Okay.
And Barbara and Tracy, this is Barbara Brannon. You had that same question from us, and we hadn't heard anything yet. Just need to get our bank added.
Right, right. And I have a rural bank as well, and sometimes it doesn't show up on any of these things anyway, where you put your bank account in. So I get it. Okay. All right. Any other questions, ladies?
The one thing I'm going to add is that the one thing that we do see often is that at the end, when you guys send the receipts or the invoices, it needs to say paid. Oftentimes, we don't see that, and that can delay. So just be aware of that. If it's an invoice, it needs to say paid.
If it doesn't say paid, you can send the receipt from your credit card, from your checking account, cash, something like that. But it has to show that has been paid.
I have one more question. The photo release?
Yes.
Are we supposed to get that sent to us, or was that a document that I'm supposed to find on the?
So I replied, and I think maybe I just replied to one person yesterday with that. I am not sure, because I'm like, I went in, it's a clickable link. I resent it today, so you should have that. It's a clickable link. It's not an attachment.
Okay. Thank you.
If that helps.
What is that?
Okay. Anybody else have any questions?
I have a question.
Yes.
Are we able to share this good news that we are part of this program?
Yes, thank you very much. Yes, 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 absolutely. On our website, and it was just completed today, is a press release, and I will put this in the chat. If you go there, at the bottom of, the press release is on there, and at the bottom underneath is a link that you can just share even from us if you want to share it that way, and then put the story that you got it. Or we are TWU Center for Women Entrepreneurs. We can put a link for that in, how to tag us in it. A lot of times people just tag TWU. Well, we're not going to see that. For TWU CWE. So we can get that to you so you can share that. I know sometimes in some areas, if people want to wait. Well, that's probably more with our startup. Many in our startup grant are still working a full-time job. So are all right. So very good. All right. Any other questions right now? All right. Lourdes is there.
Marilyn has joined us. Yes. Welcome, Marilyn. Thank you for joining us this evening.
thank you. It's my pleasure to talk about the Women's Business Council Southwest and how our certification can serve your members or students. I don't know which one it is.
These are entrepreneurs, and they
These
have
are
been in business for
entrepreneurs.
a minute, a while.
Okay.
So they are all part of our rural grant winners. So we award it to them, a rural grant and they all are located in a rural county of the
Okay.
state of Texas.
Well,
So
I
that
seen
is
an announcement today on LinkedIn. So,
yes,
like, congrats, everyone.
yes.
Yeah,
So
we're
Marilyn,
so
I will let
thrilled
you
for 'em.
introduce yourself, and then you tell me, do you want me to share the presentation?
Yes, you can
Okay.
share the
Okay. So
presentation.
while I do that, you introduce yourselves to the group.
All right, I will do that. Hi, everyone. Everyone looks so wonderful this evening. My name is Marilyn Pinson. I am the Director of Certification for the Women's Business Council Southwest. I have been with the council as the director for about 2 years, but I have worked as a volunteer for the council for over 20 plus years. So I actually started in the telecom industry. I was the supplier diversity professional for Nokia for many years. And then once I took my packet, I became a contractor for the council doing certification. And I did that for about 5 years. And the opportunity opened up for me to be the director of certification. So here I am. So that's about it. That's a fun story.
You just let me know when you want me to move the slides.
Okay, I will do that. So basically, if I was face to face and you would see certification one-on-one, I'm a big student. And so I always tell people that you're giving me the opportunity to practice as a professor, because that's my dream one day. And so welcome to my class, Certification One-on-One, for certification. You can change the slide now. So WBCS is one of 14 regional partners with the Women's Business Enterprise National Council. Each regional partner has an area that they service. And so WBCS, we service North Central Texas, which includes Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, and New Mexico. So you can see our little section right there. If you decide to become certified with the Women's Business Council Southwest, then and if you go into our portal and you pick the wrong regional partner, we can transfer you around and get you to the right place. Next. This next slide basically just describes our membership. So if you look at the middle little parallel chart, you'll see the top industries that we certify, which is construction, IT, information technology, manufacturing, consulting, and marketing. But that does not mean we don't certify other industries. We have attorneys, we have people that do have barbershops, we have restaurants. So we certify in all industries. You can tell at the top chart, right above the top WB industries, that we have over our WBEs employ over 39,000 people. So we have a great economic impact on our economy here in Texas, Arkansas, Oklahoma, and New Mexico. You can also see that our economic impact at the bottom, the WBE's gross revenue is about $10 billion. So if you see the pie chart to my left, it might be to your right, our membership base, 45% of our members are under $1 million. So if you just started out or you've been in business for 5 to 10 years, you can become certified. The fees are based on your revenue. And you can see our next category, that's the highest, is 1 to 5 million. 30% of our members are in that category. Then we have the 5 to 10 million, which is the smallest category. Then we have a jump So we have some very large women business owners who is in the $10 million category. That's 15% of our members. I'm ready. Next slide.
Great. Can you just tell them real quick, though, why this is important, the importance of a certification? Because I'm not sure how it can help.
Well, this next slide will tell them why it's important. I'm gonna go into more detail about what each certification represents and why you would want to be certified. So we call ourselves the one-stop shop because we offer 4 certifications. So if you look at the WBE certification, if you are a business who want to do business with corporations, you want to have that supply diversity professional, or that be in a networking group where you can connect with corporations because you want to do business with them, then you would get the WBE certification. That is basically what that certification is for. So say that you do something in retail and you want to connect with JC Penney, then that would be the certification that you would apply for. The WOSB certification, Woman-Owned Small Business Certification, is if you want to do business with the federal government. So that means that if you wanted to have some set-asides, or you want to go on the SBA website and see what they have to offer as far as opportunities, then you would get the WOSB certification. The WOSB certification is a certification that is a bonus for our members. So you don't have to pay for the WOSB. If you become a WBE member, you can automatically apply for the WOSB certification with us because we're a third-party certifier. Was that good, Tracy? Am I going down the lane that you wanted me to
I just want to make sure, because they may not be familiar. The government is the largest purchaser of products and services. So you showed some, and that do they get any priority if they have these certifications for companies looking for these?
So with the WBE certification, you don't get any priority, but it gives you access to the corporations. So with the WOSB certification, if you fall within the category and meet the requirements, then it opens the door for you to bid on opportunities with the SBA. The DFW SBE Plus certification is a certification if you want to do business with the DFW International Airport. So say you want to be in concession or construction or whatever the industries that DFW is looking for, this is what they are now accepting. And the DFW International Airport is the only entity that is accepting the SBE Plus right now. So why is it called the Plus? This certification is based on your personal net worth. Most of the certifications is based on your business net worth. So when you apply for the DFW International certification, the SBE Plus, then you would have to give us your personal net worth, which would include your assets and liabilities. For the 2 SBE certifications, there are thresholds. So a threshold is a dollar value that is set that you cannot exceed. So if your personal assets exceed $2.047 million, then you would not qualify for the DFW International Airport certification, which is the SBE Plus. The SBE certification, Small Business Enterprise, I have to remember not to use the acronyms because I'm so used to doing it. It is a certification that's based on your size. So you get opportunities with the SBA if you are a small business, and that is determined by your NAICS codes. Your NAICS codes has a threshold tied to it also. So if you track your business size by revenue or the number of employees, then if you stay within the threshold of your NAICS codes, then you can be classified as a small business enterprise. The SBE certification is the certification that most of the entities are now moving toward. A lot of the counties, schools, principalities, municipalities, they're all moving toward the SBE certification. So if you want to do business with Dallas County, the city of Arlington, the city of Dallas, any of those entities, then you would want to get the SBE certification. Tracy, am I good?
Could you explain NAICS codes, and I'll put the link up here.
Okay, so NAICS codes is your North American Industry Code. You would go to the SBA website, and there is virtually a list of codes that you would go through. So say that your business is construction and maybe you subcontract in subscription. So there's a main category, which you would say is construction, that has a code to it. And then you would drill down on the SBE website, SBA website, to find the NAICS code that best fit your service or product. And tied to that NAICS code is a threshold, and it will be based on your revenue or your employees. So my example is always, if the threshold is 100 employees and you have 50, then you are under the threshold. If the threshold is 100 and you have 110, you're over the threshold and you wouldn't qualify. So a lot of businesses, it's either based on the industry. Some thresholds are very large, so it's not a big deal, but you just want to make sure that when you're searching out and selecting your NAICS codes, which we can help you do if you decide to get certified, you want to make sure you pick the right industry code for your industry. All right, next slide. So some of the benefits of being certified by the Women's Business Enterprise National Council is that the council has been around for many, many, many years. In fact, historically, WBCS was the first regional partner. We launched the first regional partner was here in Dallas, Texas. So the historical people that started this certification came from Dallas, Texas. The organization grew because they wanted to have an organization where women could connect with corporations. So they had some advocates that came together that was corporations that helped them launch the organization. And from that organization, the WBNC was launched. So there is a historical connection for us here in Dallas. We also offer education and support. We have tabletop at luncheons where we talk about AI. If you need information on how to set up your HR department and things like that, we have experts come in and talk to our members so they can learn. Also, you have that large network of women or entrepreneurs who are just starting out or who have been in business for a long time that you can connect with and learn from them as well. And then you have increased visibility as you grow and participate in our events. Then you have the opportunity to sponsor and let people know what you do, participate in our roundtables, connect with our corporations, and they will tell you how to do business with them. So it is a great networking organization. Next. So the criteria to be WBE certified is you have to be at least 51% owned by a woman or women. And if you meet that criteria, long as you're the majority owner, then you are in good standings. Some of the owner qualifications, these are the number of things that will cause you to get denied if you decide to apply. Our standard is own, operate, and control. Control means that it has to be clearly evident in your operating agreement. That means that it has to be, if you're an LLC, it has to be stated in your operating agreement. If you're a corporation, it has to be stated in your bylaws. You cannot have any type of restriction that will cause you not to be able to make decisions about your business. Number two, experience and expertise is integral. You don't have to be in that industry, but you have to be able to have some experience, some type of business experience along the way. So once we are going through the certification process, we do a virtual site visit and we talk with the owner to see what type of experience and expertise they might have, because we want your business to be successful. The third, and this is the most common thing that trips up our applicants, is that you must hold the highest defined office. The key word is defined. If the office is not defined in your operating agreement or in your bylaws, then you are just a figurehead. So if your operating agreement says that the highest office is president, and you are the CEO, but it's not described in your governing documents, then you don't have any authority. You have to have that office described in the responsibilities in your operating agreement or your bylaws. You must be actively involved in the daily operations. So for the WBE certification, is not as strict, but for the WOSB certification for the SBA, they require that you spend a minimum of 30 hours working in your business during normal business hours, which means a lot of entrepreneurs, they grow their business and maintain a full-time job. But until you can actually be supported by your business, or you can spend more time in your business than you do doing something else, you will not be able to get the WOSB. You must be a U.S. citizen or a permanent legal resident. So if we certify you and you make changes to your business, you are not automatically decertified. We give you opportunity to correct and fix any changes that might cause you to lose your certification. So you would not have to worry about that. Next. So some things to pay attention to if you decide to get certified. One, the operating agreement language or the bylaws if you're a corporation. Under the management section in your documentation must give you control. I know a lot of businesses, once they are established, they like to get investors, and investors like to ensure that their money is protected, and that's good. But if you're restricted in making a decision because the investor has to approve it before you can act, then that would be grounds for denial for us. You have to be able to transfer your shares. So that means that if you decide you want to sell the business, you can't be restricted by the minority partner. You would have to be able to sell your business. And again, voting and investor rights, you always have to have the final vote. So if you set up a board and it's 2 men and 1 woman, which would be you, then if they can outvote you, then that's ground for denial for us. But say it's 1 man and 1 woman and y'all have a tiebreaker, then in your documentation, it should say that you as the owner have the final vote, and that would override the 1 and 1 when it comes to making a decision. A lot of language that we don't accept is the supermajority vote, which is 66.67, unless you own more than 51%. So if you own 51% and your language says that it takes a supermajority vote to act, then you don't have the controlling vote. That means it takes you and the minority owner to make a decision, and that's ground for denial. And unanimous consent just means that it takes both of you to agree for you to act. So anything like that that restricts you, then that's grounds for denial. If you want to apply for the SBE and the P&W, things that we would need is your SS4, which is basically one of your state documents when you got your EIN number to show that we certify by the EIN number to just ensure that we are certifying your business under the right EIN number, and your driver's license just let us know whether or not you're in the state of Texas, especially for Dallas County, to do business with the SBE certification. So those are the things that we do. We used to do Hub, but last year the Texas controller put a freeze on Hub, and right now there's some legalities going on to see how that will work out. But we are ready to start back offering Hub whenever they get that figured out. Next, please. This is the certification process. So our standard timeline is 45 to 90 days. But that's only if there are, I guess, things that are missing in the certification process. Our goal is to get your application through in 30 days. So basically what you would do, you would gather all your documents, you would go to the webanklink.org portal, create an account, and then you would start uploading your documents. Once your documents are uploaded, we go to the second dot where it says certification processing fee. You would pay your fee. Once you pay your fee, then we have a section or a thing that we call intake. Intake is where one of the certification associates will review your documents, and they will let you know whether you have all the documents that you need. If you're missing things, it doesn't stop you from getting certified. We just send you a Q&A and ask for the documents, and you would just respond back to us. Oftentimes, the process is overwhelming for people, but the key is when you're working in the portal, you have to remember that the portal is for very small businesses and extremely large businesses. There are things in that portal that you would not need to give us because you're a small business. So the best thing, if you're unsure, just ask us and we will walk alongside you to ensure that you have the right documentation. Once the review is done by the WBCS team, we have a certification committee review that the file will go to. They will review it. And then another recommendation is made. We will have a virtual site visit. We used to do face-to-face, but we only do face-to-face now for manufacturers and distributors. And then you would get your decision. Pretty simple process. Next slide. We have over 1,300 WBEs that we have certified in 2025. I have a wonderful, wonderful testimonial of a young lady who applied for certification, and initially she was denied. And I started, once their WBE or an applicant is denied, then I will work with them to ensure that if they want to be certified, that we can correct everything and get everything set up where they can get their certification. So I worked with her. She had investors, and that was one of the reasons. She was restricted. So we worked out, what she need to do to maintain her investors as well as get the certification. She got certified. And at our last event, we had contracts to connection. She sat at a round table. She got her first contract and she was so excited. And she told me that she does not have business in order. So just a great testimonial, but next slide. The SBE screening, if you would look down at the lower section, you will see all the cities and counties that work with us, or schools that accept the SBE certification. So it's based on your NAICS codes, and your size standard is based on whether you track your size by revenue or employee. Once you get your SBE certification, then we, as a partner to these entities, we send your information to them, And when they need opportunities, they will reach out to you and contact you to participate in those opportunities. So, and this list is constantly growing. So we're constantly just building partnerships with the cities and various counties so that we can be there for our entrepreneurs and our WBEs. Next slide. Again, that's our four certifications. Any questions? I'm here to answer any questions that you might have.
Great. Can you just tell those who are in the other part of Texas, the lower half, they would be WBEA, wouldn't they? And
yes. So
different.
if you're not in our region, you would be WBEA. That's around the Houston area. I know Lily very well, and we honestly we transfer files back and forth because the counties are so great sometimes for others, and so it's like, oh, Lily, I got one of yours. It's, oh, Marilyn, I got one of yours. So yes, you would be WBEA if you are around the Houston area. San Antonio, basically we're Austin and Dallas, Fort Worth, the main area in here in Austin, and they are San Antonio, the Houston area. So we all work together. We are a team, even though we're different regional partners, we all work together. Any other questions? Don't be shy.
I have a question.
I have one.
Okay.
Hi, me, Tisha. Okay, thank you for going over the challenges in that middle section regarding the management section, having the appropriate language about we as majority owners having the final say, the final vote. If we were to have made some of those updates in the past and want to apply, is an addendum to your bylaws sufficient?
Yes, it is. That is what we normally would tell, a WBE or an applicant to do. Just make the addendum. And basically what happens is they end up submitting their original document along with the addendum, and we can just kind of follow it and see the changes that they have made. Sometimes people don't do an addendum. If they are a corporation, they might have their minutes from their board meeting where they have made changes. We can use that, but we just need a record that whatever was written in your bylaws, an amendment was made to it, and you have the ultimate control.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yes, question. When paying for a fee for the certification, would we have already been qualified, or could we be turned down at the review, after we paid the entrance fee of $250,000?
That is a good question. The fee is non-refundable. So when I am doing my webinars, I say, if you are in doubt, don't submit. Ask the question, because once you submit, we can't allow you to make any changes. The recommendation will be made on the documents that you submit to us. But if you reach out to me or one of the certification associates and you asked us about it, we can help you change it and get everything in order before you submit to ensure that you will not lose your fee. So my goal is to ensure that everyone that apply gets certified. So one thing that I do, if I do a presentation or I'm doing a webinar, I offer my services. If you want me to look at your documentation to ensure that your bylaws or your operating agreement meets the standards for WBANK, then you email me and I will give it a gander and I will tell you yay or nay, or you need to change this, this will not work. And that will ensure that you do not lose your fee. So if in doubt, don't submit, reach out to us.
Perfect.
There you go.
Thank you. And that fee again?
Oh, the fee is based on revenue. So less than $1 million is $350. 1 to 5 million is 500. 5 million to 10 is 750. 10 million I think is $1,000, and anything over that is like $1,200. But most of our members fall within less than $1 million, so $350.
Perfect. Very reasonable because you're getting multiple certifications.
Mm-hmm. Any other questions? Any questions about the operating agreement or the bylaws or anything like that? Some of the documentation that we will ask for, we will ask for your license, we will ask for your passport, your governing documents, the documents that you filed at the state. If you are a corporation, we want your minutes, we want your articles, we want your stock certificate. If you don't have stock certificates and you say, well, I'm not going to issue stock certificate, put it in your governing documents. And that will help. You have your profit and loss statement and your balance sheet. And I also, a lot of people don't have a profit and loss statement or a balance sheet, but I have templates that people have said, I don't have that. I'll send them the template. If you haven't made any money, just put zeros in there. It's like, we just need something to show where you are. So I made any money, Maryland, 0, 0, 0, 0, all the way down, upload it, and you're good to go. So if you haven't made any revenue or you haven't paid yourself any money, because the system will ask you for your W-2s, you write a letter saying, I have not received any payment in 2025 due to whatever the reason may be. You upload it, you're good. So like I said, it's a lot of things that we just ask, and you just can put a note in there and you'll move on to the next step. Any other questions?
Well, I can tell you the ladies here, well, we also have live plans. So if they need any help, we can help with that. But 7 of our winners came from the Sol Ross SBDC. And man, they have the best application. So I know they can work with them too to help them identify.
Yes,
we
yes.
can help them with any of those things as well. But the best thing you said is for them to reach out. We always ask that on our grants too, because when you submit, that's it. Ask those questions ahead of time. That's what everybody is there for.
Yes, we love to help our WBEs. I love to see our WBEs succeed, the entrepreneurs to succeed. One of my favorite things to do was to do site visits face to face before it changed after the pandemic, and that's because I love to hear the stories behind why they went into business, and some of them are so wonderful. And when I was working in corporate America, I would say, I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to be an entrepreneur. And I'm not there yet, but I still want to be an entrepreneur. So I just admire your courage and just that tenacity to pursue your dream. And that is just wonderful to me. So that's why I do what I do.
Right.
Yes, we have a couple of we've already had the small business summit. It was virtually, so that would have been good. But we have our multi-industry summit that's coming up in August. So if you would like to attend or you would like to just check us out, then you can also attend our table topic. It's virtual. If you see me at an event and you say, "Hey, Marilyn, I seen you on when you did your presentation for us," I'll take you around and help you meet some people. So it's a very good group.
Great, thank you. Well, we're members as well, and we love going. So even if there's one, if this is not the one near you, there is something. The Connections to Contracts is my favorite one. You can go even as not a member, and
You
they have
can.
roundtables, and you're meeting the people who could actually give you a contract. There is now a face. So if they aren't in your region, you can check out the other one as well. All right,
Yes.
Marilyn, this has been great. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Anytime.
All right, ladies.
Can I ask a quick question real quick? Marilyn?
Yeah.
So we're a gallery and artisan market, and so can you help me understand how this certification might benefit a business like ours?
So
So we're not
that
looking for contracts. I mean, we work with just the
so
public
if you
mostly.
are a gallery and you have art,
Mm-hmm.
so there are businesses that when they redesign their buildings, or it would be more on the kind of the construction side or redesigning the inside or remodeling, and they might want to have some various art pictures to, that's who you would look for.
Okay.
I was in procurement. I would tell, like, I just talked to a lady at I think she was doing something to do with health. You try to figure out what department best suits your service. So if it's like you want to do some type of relaxation or whatever, then that's more HR, where you would go in, it would be an employee benefit versus something else. So if you're like with you, it would be more on the construction side, or whoever is in that department that's responsible for ensuring that if they were doing a remodel, they had the furniture, they had the artwork, they had whatever they needed as they revamped those buildings. So you have to target and figure out what the need is, and then find out the department or the buyer that is responsible for that if you want to work with corporations.
Oh,
Oftentimes
okay.
when they when you go to events, they do have representatives that work with the procurement team, which we call the supplier diversity professionals, and they're supposed to know what opportunities are available as they talk to entrepreneurs, new applicants, and WBE. So you would connect with them so that they can get you on the inside and you can make those connections.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So many great questions tonight. All right. Anybody else?
She said, going down.
All right. Well, Marilyn, thank you so much for being here.
Oh, you're welcome. Anytime.
All right.
Good
Bye-bye.
luck, ladies.
All right. Well, I'm glad you got to hear that because it may be some things you didn't think about or was on your radar or knew how it might be able to help your business. Um, Next, I'm just going to give like a mini session, really quick on strategies to enhance your business. Let me see here now. Lourdes, if you can talk for a minute, I'll see if my slides will come up easily.
Sure. So, like Tracy says, we're very excited to share with you some information, some tools, give you some tools and some other things that may help you grow your businesses. So, tomorrow I'm going to walk you guys through a couple of tools that we have for both identifying, making marketing selection decisions. So where should you be marketing and where do we find those? And then also going to walk you through a customer journey tool. And that is to better understand the product from or service from the perspective of your customer. And that's important because, as I always shared with folks and entrepreneurs, yes, we created the product because we're passionate about it, or created the service because we're passionate about it. But it's actually the customer, right, that we have to influence to make the purchase, to understand our product, understand our service. So it is them that we have to figure out what is their journey? What are they looking for? How do they look for it? When do they look for it? And so we'll walk you through that tool tomorrow, to help you hopefully, remember those steps from that perspective and gain hopefully some insights as to how to best reach them.
Great. Thank you. So can you see this? Lourdes?
Yes. Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay. Because I can't see you guys. All
I
right.
know.
I kind of shortened this down just to add it, but there are some things that can enhance your business image. And what is the importance of it? Now, many of you have been in business for many years and you may know of this, but sometimes there are added things that you can do quite easily to help showcase your business or have more people find it. And the importance of that is you're developing credibility and trust. You get a competitive advantage. There's brand perception. When I'm looking for a business, I want to find yours and learn about it. It also helps with customer loyalty and advocacy. You can attract more talent, partnerships, and really what we're all here about is making more sales and really growing our businesses. One of the things is always run your business like a business. You guys have been in it for 3 years, so you should have most of these down already. But there are things. Are there business registrations or licensing important for your business? Are there contracts that you have and agreements? Are they enforceable? Is it something that you just wrote up? Maybe you need someone to look over those to make sure that they are enforceable. Are you following the employment and labor laws? Uh, are do you have employees or contractors? A lot of people really get this wrong sometimes. They call people contractors when they should be employees. So you want to make sure that you're aware of these as you're doing business. Do you need some IP protection? Sometimes people don't do anything to protect the things that are theirs. Are you up to date on the data privacy and security, especially if you are taking payments over the internet? So there are a lot of different compliance things that you need to be paying attention to. Do you have the correct insurance for your business? Has if somebody came in and fell or something happened, do you have the right type one of business entity? If you're running things as a sole proprietor, somebody can sue you personally. LLC and corporations give you some kind of protection. So it's always good to make sure that you're operating in the safest way to protect you and your business. And then always, always, always have a business bank account. Hopefully, you're all already doing this. But if you ever get audited, it's so much easier to have your money in one account, your business separate from your personal funds. What is your brand story? A lot of times people love coming to all of our events that are about marketing. Uh, what is that story you're telling? Do you know who your audience or your true customer is? So many times we hear people saying, everyone's my customer. Well, truly, that's not true. But think of the strong brands that you know. You can just hear their names and visualize their logos or what goes along with it. Think about your business. What is unique about you? What problem are you solving for the customer? Because in the end, they're going to buy if you're satisfying something that they're looking for. Embrace authenticity. Really be yourself. That is so important today, probably more than others. People want people who are authentic. You want to be true to your brand's values, mission, and history. Are there stories? One of the things I loved about reading all of your grant applications is your business. What is the story? How did it come about? When you're using things for your brand story, use graphics and images and videos. I mean, look at these that are on here, Coca-Cola or Nike. We can recognize those anywhere. But keep it simple and memorable and involve your customers, positive experiences and testimonials for your business. What are some of the ways you can improve your image? Well, one is a professional website. Today, you can do this much cheaper than you ever could, probably ever. You don't even have to have a full website, but you need at least a landing page and somewhere where you can capture your customers' information. It's a virtual storefront accessible to a global audience. You own the content. You know, there was talk about TikTok or some other sites possibly going away. If they did and you only advertised on those, you could lose your whole customer base and not have an email to be able to get in contact with them. So just make sure at least you can get customer emails, and that's something that you own. It also adds credibility and trustworthiness. I know me, and I don't know about you guys, but when I'm looking at something, I go to a website. I want to see what the business is about. I want to look and see if they have any reviews. So, again, having a website, even if it's a very simple one, is really a good idea for your business, and it helps with search engine optimization. Also, online sales and e-commerce is a great way to do it through a website where you can showcase your products or services. And again, you're in control of everything on that site. Professional email. I see this a lot. Your email should match your domain name. It doesn't cost very much to purchase these. Sometimes it's as low as $4.99. A month to or $4.99 to purchase one. It's not real expensive for $4.99. And it's so important because it really does add professionalism to your business. Try to stay away from Yahoo, Gmail, or even AOL. Uh, Again, people are looking that you are a legitimate business. I can't tell you how many emails I get at work, unsolicited. They are marketing experts and they want to show me something. They have no logo. It's coming from a Gmail. They don't have anything down at the bottom showing about their business. That doesn't seem very professional. And if that's a marketing person and how they're marketing themselves, I don't want to use that. So think about it with your business. This helps with search engine optimization as well. Spend that extra money and have the email match your domain. And again, it helps with your brand recognition, adds trust and credibility. They'll take your business seriously. Uh, Full control over everything is now yours, and then brand consistency. It works across everything that you have online. Google Business Profile. I hope most of you have already gotten one of these. They don't cost you anything. Google is first, second largest largest web service. I can't think of the name right now, but you can show what you offer, your products or services. You're totally in control of it. You can easily connect with customers. You can respond to reviews right there. You can send and receive direct messages. You can post answers to FAQs. We put some of our events on there. There's a lot of things that you do that can capture a lot of attention for your business. If you see one of those, there's this picture on the right, and if it ever says, "Do you own this business?" means Google has collected the information, but it may not all be accurate. So you want to go in, it doesn't cost you anything to go ahead and capture your Google business profile. Put as many pictures as you can in there of your business. The more you put in there, the better. You can integrate it with other Google services like YouTube, Blogger, and Maps. It's increased visibility, and Google profiles are indexed by search engines. It helps with your online reputation management. Again, somebody can go there and read about your business. Oh, look at all these 5-star reviews. All of those really help with your personal branding, and it's a place for showing your expertise, skills, what your business is all about. Reviews are a great thing to have. It enhances your business reputation and influences consumer decisions. I mean, it's proof. It validates your credibility. How many of you go out and actually and read reviews? I know I do it a lot, especially for certain things I want to purchase. I'll go and look and see what people have thought of the company where they bought it. So it's really a good thing for you to do. It doesn't cost you anything to do this. It really helps the experience and the reputation for the customers who are reading about you. If you have testimonials, gather them, post them on your website, post them on social media, use it in your marketing materials. It really shows that social proof and instills trust in the customers that are looking for a business like yours. Community involvement. I lived in a rural area, and when I started a business there, nobody knew me, but I got really involved in my local community. I was on the chamber board and many other things like that. It really gives you great exposure in your business. Mine grew so much. One day I called the 800 number and the person actually knew who I was. I don't even know where they were. They weren't in my community. But just being involved really helps people know about your business, know where you are, and really helps drive sales. You can host workshops or seminars. Chambers are good things to do. Go to participate in different trade shows. Let people know that your business is out there. Sponsor your local events or and charities that are in your communities. All of these help grow your business and the brand perception. What about thought leadership and content marketing? Is there something you're doing that nobody else is doing, and you can establish yourself as a thought leader in your industry? We had a previous grant winner, and she had a mobile nursing station. And we were talking one day, and it's like, you really have the opportunity to be a thought leader in this. Think about what you're doing in your business. Are you doing something that no one else, there's really no experts out there right now? Is there something that you can do where people will start thinking and coming to you as the expert in your field? You can write blogs, and maybe we don't call them blogs anymore. Many are on Substack and other sites, but you can be writing things. Are there articles you can write for your local paper? Are there things that you can do where people will really learn about you and your business? Create videos. Host webinars that are educating your audience. I mean, I'm thinking about the silversmith classes now, but some of what you guys have there, these would be great ways to really promote your business. Share on your website and social media channels. Submit again articles to your local paper. All of those will help grow your business and you as the go-to person in the category your business is in. Social media. There's so many out there. You don't have to be on all of them. Just choose those you're going to be active on. Create a content strategy. Put good visuals up, videos, graphics. Engage and interact with people. Something that's really important is reply to people as your business because you never know who is watching. So I used to have a self-defense company and I sold pepper spray and stun guns and various items like that. And I was on a scanner page and they were celebrating, I don't know how many members or something. And I just wrote, congratulations on this anniversary. And they read it and contacted me. I ended up writing a weekly article for them and gave away one product each month. But sometimes going in as your business can make a difference. And a lot of people, I don't think, utilize that much anymore. But it is a way to gain attention to your business. Hashtags, you can use them, but they aren't as popular as they used to be. But just be consistent in whatever it is that you do. If you post twice a week, maybe you have certain days every week, just do that. Just be consistent, have it in your voice, and visual identity is essential. I've seen now, even on LinkedIn, most everything has a picture with it now where it didn't before. Obtain professional certifications. This can help in your industry as well. Are there some certain ones for yours that will let you stand above some of the others in your same industry? Quality management, that's always good. Are there safety certifications? Exporting, there's all kinds of different uh, business certifications. The best thing you can do is offer superior customer service. I think we all have fatigue from calling those 800 numbers. Nobody answers it takes forever to answer the phone. It's 20 minutes before you get a person. I mean, truly, no one wants to wait on hold. Answering your phone is one of the best things that you can do for customer service. Answer it right away. Respond promptly. If customers have inquiries about your business, follow up as quick as you can. Or if they're unhappy and they have a complaint, just answer as quickly as possible. Active listening, give your whole attention to your customer, ask questions. If you weren't sure what they said, repeat what they have said to make sure you understood them as well. If there is ever a problem, what I learned, I also had a retail business, and if there was ever an unhappy customer about something, I would always ask them, what is it you would like me to do? And when I did that, I found out many times they wanted less than what I would have offered them. Sometimes they may have just wanted acknowledgement or something else to happen. So if you do have any customer complaints or anything like that, again, ask them what they want. Please have clear communication, especially if you're in a technical business. Know that many people may not know the industry jargon or some of the technical terms that you're saying. Uh, say it in plain language so that anybody can understand what you're saying. Have a positive attitude, maintain a friendly attitude while interacting with your customers. I mean, I hate nothing more than going into a store or someplace, nobody even acknowledges me. And even after a while, it's almost uncomfortable if nobody even notices or seems to want to help you. Knowledge and expertise is what you have. That's something you can share in your business. So know your products and services. Go the extra miles. I mean, do nice things for your customers, surprise or delight them in different ways. Is there something, a special offer or discount? What if you send a thank you note? I mean, we don't see very many of those anymore, but it does stand out. Again, problem resolution, take ownership of issues and resolve promptly. Please don't have it something that continue drags out. Customers are much happier when something is resolved as quick as possible. If there is an inconvenience, apologize and find a solution. Keep them informed throughout the process. Nothing worse than somebody says, yeah, I'm going to help with that, but then you never hear anything back. And as I said, ask what kind of resolution they want. And what does all this do? It really kind of helps with a payoff for an enhanced business image. It helps build your business profile. Your customers can easily find you. You'll have happier customers, more sales, and more referrals for your business. So that was really, I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing that. Just kind of some things that could help your businesses. Again, I think about the ladies and your silversmith and some of these other great things where you can be offering things to your clients that they don't know about. So I was trying to think of each of you and your different businesses, how it can pay off with just some real simple things that you can do for your business. All right. Does anybody have any questions on any of that? Or did you find any areas you may need to work on a little?
See, I just wanted to say one thing about the certifications really quickly. If you have a B2B play and a B2C or a B2G rather, business to government, you could think about it. Is that something that would be a value add? So for the people who are, renting equipment, do you rent to any other entities? Or I was actually thinking about the silversmith thing too. For example, if ISD hired you to do a CTE, career technical training for the local school district, that would be a reason to be certified. So you have to think about who your end user customer is and if they care about the certification in their decision-making process. And I think that the answer is yes. Sometimes with B2C, they may not, but people do want to patronize their local businesses, woman-owned, whatever. So we can talk about it more on Thursday if you want, after the cash flow class. But in terms of certifications, it's something to think about and give thought to. You have to think about who's going to be buying your product and if that cert will help you. I know it's not what you're talking about, Tracy, but I've been thinking about that since that conversation about, in some cases it will be meaningful and others it may not have as much impact. So I just wanted to throw that out when I was thinking about all your businesses, and I'm excited to hear more about what everyone's doing. I hope I get the chance. So thank you so much. Thanks, Tracy, for tonight too.
We just thought we'd add just a little more on just some of the basics that can really help enhance your business.
Along those same lines, I know we're at time, but along the same lines, I thought about business to business. There may be businesses in the area that would consider that as a teamwork opportunity. So that's also something to think about.
Partnership.
All right. Well, ladies, I know it's been a lot this evening. So glad to have all of you here. I hope everybody was able to take away some good things this evening. Lourdes, I think you already told them what they would be doing tomorrow evening. All right. So any questions before we log off tonight?
Thank y'all very much.
Thank you. All right.
Thank you.
Everyone have a great evening, and we'll send this out as well. So if at some point you want to go back and review it or look at something, it's there for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, you can.
You bet. Everyone have a great
It's down
evening.
here. See.
You too.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tracy.
Oh, thank you. Glad you were able to attend.